Well, good morning and welcome to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates. This is where the Valley's favorite real estate agent comes to tell you everything you need to know about buying or selling your home. Now, here are your hosts, Kelly and Jim Warren.
Good morning, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Kelly Warren. I'm with Kelly Warren and Associates, and I'm in the studio today with my husband, Jim. Morning, Jim.
Morning, Cal.
Today's Matt's birthday.
Oh,
I know last week.
It's our baby.
Yes, last week when we were on the air, we mentioned our Jimmy was turning 18, and today our youngest turns 9. So we're like graduating out of this parent stuff.
Oh, it's stressful. That's got to be the most stressful thing I've ever done is have kids.
Well, and that's totally our craziest kid. Like number 4 is just wild. So.
Oh, and he's so beautiful. He knows it too. I think that's the scary part.
Yeah.
Is he knows he tugs at mom's heart and can get away with whatever he wants.
He does. Well, since we're talking about kids and babies, in the studio with us is also Ashley from our team, Ashley Gailito. She is one of our buyer specialists, and Ashley is expecting.
Yes, in April.
And this is number 2.
Yes.
And it's a girl again?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
It's
scared.
like I know I saw the video. You're scared?
Yes.
2 were okay. 2, you're still in control.
Right.
Yeah.
Come 3, they start to outnumber you, and come 4, you just give up.
Yeah,
So.
that's how it went for us. 2, it was cool. We could team up. You can have one, I can have one. We could figure this out. I think that's why our 2 oldest boys kind of favor each of us differently.
Yes.
Which is funny.
They do.
Yeah, they do. But then after that, they outnumber you and you lose no matter what. So
They team up against you if they're smart. So, Ashley, I understand you got into real estate because you love homes and working with people and helping make people's dreams come true. And getting to know you, I feel like that's such a sincere thing from you. So, are you enjoying the business?
I am. It's very home is a secure word. So that's what I love about it is helping someone achieve that.
yeah,
Yes.
it's crazy. It's one of those things that is like that is your heart. Where your home is where your heart is. The people you love, you put there, and you put them there to keep them safe, sound, protected, to be able to grow and flourish throughout the world.
Well, we've talked about it before. Like, shelter is one of the basic human needs, but home is so much more than that. Like, you're really providing so much more than the box that somebody lives in. This is where life happens. One of our homes right now in Villa Casilla, he talked about when his daughter got married, she came down the steps in her wedding dress.
That would break my heart. Oh my goodness.
So
I don't think I could ever sell a house like that.
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, my Emmy when she gets married, I'm done. I'm gonna
One girl.
lose it. One,
one girl.
because God knows I can't handle more than one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ashley and I and Jim are going to talk a little bit today about selling your home over the winter and the winter season. And gosh, for it being the beginning of the year, we have been busy.
It hasn't really gave us a lot of snow yet. That's why.
We haven't seen real winter in Ohio yet. But, a lot of times the market in Northeast Ohio slows down with the holidays, slows down in December, and it did not do that yet. And I've even seen this week interest rates dropped a little bit. So that's maybe number 1 reason why now is a good time to buy or sell a home.
I'm telling you, the market and everything right now is so fluctuating. Like there's so much up and down and uncertainty with a lot of different stuff. And we went through the big jump up in the stock market with Trump to now it's all the way back down. It's like there's been such this big up and down with everything. And I think the government's afraid, or not the government, but the Federal Reserve's afraid to jump up interest rates too fast. Kind of like obviously they don't want to stop this. I mean, it's good for everybody when the economy is doing good. So it's crazy. It's crazy. The busy that we're feeling right now. It's fun. I'm loving it.
Yes. Ashley, she was even saying before we got on the air about some of your clients this week, kind of people coming back out of the woodwork a little bit.
Yeah, I think with the time off and knowing they had a couple days with no busy schedule to look at some homes, they were calling, and older clients that just had to take some time off from looking are calling again.
Right. Well, and it's nice when you can put like the busy of the Christmas season behind you and you can get back to. I looked forward to getting back to work this week and to getting next week when the staff is in all week. We have a normal 5-day
Yes,
school
back
week
to
and
normal.
work week, you know. So I mean, we work 24/7, but to have the offices and the banks and everything else.
I
open
think we
that
get
time.
used to a routine. We get back to normal
Right.
ways, so it's easier to juggle everything. And I think our lives actually get easier
Yes.
than when you know, we had days off because of the holidays, but it was crazy because it was the holidays because you're running and going and doing so much. And now we're back to normal and you're like, oh, this is much better.
Yep.
So, what are some reasons that you think somebody should buy or sell over the winter rather than waiting till spring?
Well, definitely the buyer demand is still there. There's no, they say like the internet doesn't have seasons, and that's really where people start to look in their search, and they start to pick ideas of what they're looking for and see what's out there. And now they're indoors more, so they're on their phones more, hanging out at the kids' basketball practice and browsing.
Good time to be
or-
checking out Realtor.com
Yeah.
or KellySoldIt.com and take a look at
Yeah,
what's
that's
on the market. right there.
KellySoldIt.com. KellySoldIt.com. KellySoldIt.com.
I can't handle him. Okay, so buyer demand is strong. Buyers have time to be looking and browsing on their phones and their computers. And when you were working with a buyer who is willing to put on boots and go out into the snow to look at a house, that is a serious buyer.
Yep.
So if I'm a seller and I'm thinking about putting my house on the market, what's nice about it is you may have a few less showings. You don't have the fake busyness of the spring season. You don't have the chaos of it, but you've got serious buyer demand. So
Oh,
you have
yeah.
more quality showings rather than quantity of showings.
Right. I agree.
A lot of buyers also have that mindset, new year, new me, new house. They have goals that they're wanting to achieve, and
Exactly.
it's a big milestone. So this is their mindset they're in at the beginning of the year.
It is. We touched base on that last week, like the New Year's resolution to buy a home, invest in a home, move your family, whatever your plan is for 2019. Now is a great time to do it. So that is also another really good point.
Yeah, make the big change.
Yes, the big change. If you're looking to buy or sell a house, give us a call at 717-2689.
Also, just less competition right now. It's still a
As a
seller's
buyer.
market. Yeah,
Correct.
as a seller too, there's not the inventory is low, so people are in bidding wars, and those buyers who were so excited and they put in that offer, but maybe were outbid, they still have that mindset that they want to buy.
True.
They're still looking, and now they actually might be more motivated when your house goes on the market. They say, "Oh, I lost that last one. I need to act fast."
Right. So it's a perfect match of buyers who are serious and ready to buy and fewer homes on market because of the people that are, waiting till spring. So the sellers who are smart and on the market right now, their homes are moving. Homes are selling right now in winter in the Mahoning Valley. And this is a great time. If you've been thinking about buying or selling a home, that's what we do best. Give us a call. I'm serious about this. The market is strong right now. So you can call our office at 717-2689. You can go online to KellySoldIt.com for some information about buying or selling. And we're going to keep talking to you about a few more tips for why you might want to buy or sell in the winter. Do you have some other ones? I pulled up a couple too.
I looked on some of the data recently, and in the last 3 consecutive months, the increase in the home purchases have been 1.9% increase
Yes,
consistently. So I don't see
in purchase price.
yes.
Yes.
And so I see that continuing. With the amount of phone calls we've been getting over the last week and 2 weeks, I can see how that would continue and keep that trend going.
Yeah, well, I think what it is a lot of times, especially with the market being so, again, competition, like there's not a lot of houses out there for sale. So what's happening is it's automatically causing home values to go up, because if I'm looking for a house and I need a 4-bedroom, 2-bath in Austintown and there's none for sale, or, I used to be able to look at 125 and find a nice house. Now to find that same house, I have to look at 150. So it is causing that swing in values and whatnot. So it's crazy.
It's definitely a good market right now. One thing that I love when I'm working with a buyer client, I'm like the realtor queen of the corny jokes. Like I say like the same stupid things and every else. But so February in Ohio, you're freezing cold, you're tracking through snow, you walk into a house and it's so nice and warm and toasty and homey feeling. Like if you can have, your home smelling good, if you can have proper lighting, if you have a fireplace going or some candles lit, it's nice and warm from the furnace. I always walk in and say, well, we know the furnace works. Like you can instantly warm up and you want that warm, cozy feeling in the house. So kind of the ambiance of a home and that the shelter and the interior and everything over the winter is very warm and inviting to your buyers.
Oh yeah. Well, and it's funny because I think you're like, you walk in from February into the house and you instantly warm up. I think they could have the furnace turned off and it'll instantly warm up.
I don't know. Those vacant houses. Oh, so this is a tip for any of you listeners. If you've got an investment property or a vacant house, keep your furnace on. Those vacant houses are cold in the winter.
No, they get cold in March when it starts to warm up outside, and then it's still 20 degrees in that house.
Sometimes I feel like it is colder inside an empty house. So that is one thing. If you've moved out of a home and you're putting it on the market after you've moved out, keep it feeling warm and inviting to those buyers because you want it to sell and you want it to have that homey feeling.
Yeah. Awesome.
Let's see what else we got. Let's hop into our home picks of the week, and then we can hit back up a few more of these if time permits. So for home pick of the week this week, what do you have, Jim?
Oh, I get to go first?
You do.
I'm so excited. I never get to go first. I feel special today. All right. Mine is 12064 Akron Canfield Road in North Jackson. So Akron Canfield Road, that's Route 224, correct?
It is, yes.
Yeah, so that's out there in North Jackson. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, over 2 acres, Western Reserve Schools.
Yeah, that's a North Jackson mailing on that strip of 224. But to me, that's more like Berlin-Ellsworth area, Western Reserve Schools.
Yeah, that's a nice little area.
It is,
I like it right there. I mean, if you're into farm area and land and space and things like that, that's a good...
Yeah, it feels wide open. You've got some room to move. It's sitting on how many acres?
Right over 2. Let me see. 2.3 acres.
Yeah.
So
nice rectangle shaped piece of property, easy to maintain, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Great place to have, summer cookouts and bonfires, and you have the family over on the way to the lake.
Well, and that's the good thing. It's close to the lake. So if you have a boat or you want to be out on the water or go camping up there at Berlin, it's like you're like halfway there. So that's fun. The other thing I like about this house, so this is my favorite part, it has a jacuzzi. So that's always nice to have a nice little place to sit down and relax.
Yeah. You're so funny. Okay, and what's our list price on that one again?
Our list price is $129,900.
Okay. What do you have for us, Ashley?
That's a good price.
It is.
I have over in Girard, 2259 Crestmount Drive. It's in Niles area, Weathersfield Township, Niles School District. The price on that is $268,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, a little under an acre, but it's over 2,400 square feet, so that's a good size.
Yeah, that's a huge house.
And we've sold several other houses on that street. That is a beautiful neighborhood. Those houses move, so good investment in, and it's one of those neighborhoods where there's just the one-way in and out, so you can kind of, kids could ride bikes around the block. Like, it's got that old-time home feel to
the Oakwood Estates.
Nice. Yeah.
It's a custom-built home, but it's been fully renovated, move-in ready. The first floor master would be my favorite part.
Yeah, it does have the
with
first floor
the
master.
2 closets and private master bath.
Yep, it has the big open 2-story great room, updated kitchen, nice large backyard, first floor laundry, full basement. Beautiful home. And what are we asking on that one?
$268,000.
Okay. My home pick of the week this week is 5042 Baldwin in Newton Falls. This one is going for $179,900. It's a 3-bedroom bi-level with 2 baths, over 2,300 square feet of living space. It's got that regular kind of raised ranch, bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchen, living room on the first floor, and then the lower level has a big rec room kind of thing with a full bath down there, your utility room. What's nice about this one is it's a corner lot. It's got a 2-car attached garage, and then in the back, it's got one of those big man garage buildings. It's a 24 by 24 detached additional 2-car garage with utilities, with electricity, with a loft above. So if you've got stuff or if you like to tinker, this might be a home you're interested in checking out. Yep.
Working on cars, yep.
So it's 5042 Bright Baldwin. So those are our home picks of the week. We do this week have a couple of open houses. So January 6th, and we are already doing open houses. If you are out and you're looking, you have some free time, you want to stop by and visit one of our agents at a home, we have 2180 Inwood in Austintown listed at $129,900. That's open today from 12 to 1. And then from 2 to 4 today is in Canfield at 2851 Grandview Boulevard. So be sure to check out both of those on the open houses or at kellysoldit.com. You can also, to see any of these properties, give us a call or text at 717-2689. Or if you're interested in talking with Ashley on the air with us today, Ashley's number is 330-360-1939. That's a nice, easy phone number. I like that.
Call me.
Again, you can find all of our properties at kellysoldit.com. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to hop into some questions from our listeners. If you would like to be part of the show this week or anytime, if you've got real estate questions, please email them to us. Ask Kelly at kellysoldit.com. We look forward to answering your questions. Welcome back. Thank you for listening to Real Estate Radio. I'm Kelly Warren, and I'm in the studio today with my husband, Jim, and Ashley Gailito from our office. We've been talking about why it's a good time to buy and sell this winter, and we would love to work with you and help you find your dream home or get your property sold and move on to your next level in life. As always, you can check us out online at kellysoldit.com, or you can give us a call or text at 717-2689. Right now, we're going to take a couple of questions from our listeners. If you have real estate questions, you can email them to us at askkelly at kellysoldit.com. A couple of the questions that we got this week are...
Before I ask the first question, you always say, this is Kelly Warren. When do I get to be Jim Warren? Or am I just going to be...
Jim Warren and his wife, Kelly. We sell some houses.
Do I just stay Big Jim?
Okay. You can be Big Jim.
All right, deal. Carly writes this week, we are getting married and buying our first home this spring. My dad told me to contact you. What's the first step of the home buying process? Well, first of all, I would like to thank your father.
Aww,
he is a very
wise,
a smart man to call us.
If Dad told Carly to call us, Dad is probably a talk radio listener. He probably heard this show or heard Dan Rivers talking about us.
Too funny.
So, yes, thanks, Carly's dad. Okay, Carly, congratulations on getting married. That's fun. That's a great first step. And getting married is so much prep and work. You remember these days, Ashley?
Oh my, yes.
She went through it way more recent than we did. And getting married and buying a home together is a lot on one's plate. So kudos to you to be going through all that. It's fun, too. You know what? Slow down and enjoy it because it's like so hectic and you kind of like fast forward through it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Getting married is crazy. Buying a house is crazy.
Like, you get to do it all at once.
Yeah. To think about when we did it, we didn't do it all at once. We got married, then we rented an apartment for a little bit, and then we bought a house. Like it was.
But Carly's smart. Carly's going to buy a house instead of wasting her money on rent. All right. So Carly's question is, what's my first step?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. So what we usually recommend first is to contact us, give us a call so that we can get you set up on a buyer's consultation. And at the same time, we can get you in touch with one of our preferred lenders, somebody that we trust who we can help you out with getting pre-approved, because that's really what you need to know is how much money can you afford to spend? How much money do you need out of pocket? What are you looking at a month? Yep. So those are the big first couple of questions to point us in the right direction.
There's a lot of information that has to go through to really start. That is the first step, sitting down and going through all the information with your real estate agent and your lender to really figure out what's best for you going forward.
Yeah.
I agree.
We'd love to work with you, and I don't want you to just, go online and get some approval from somebody that you don't know. So let us put you in touch with somebody that we trust. So I'll respond to your email. I'll give you some of our contact information, and I'll put you in touch with one of our agents like Ashley or somebody that can help walk you through the process. And we'll go from there. So thank you, Carly.
Thanks, Dad. Still my favorite part. Good deal. Okay. Another one of our listeners had this question. I love the first home I saw, but I don't want to jump too quick. How many homes should I view before buying one? Ooh, that's a good question.
How many homes should I view? 17. No, there's not an exact number. I'm totally making that up. You know what? Every person is different. Look at as many homes as you need to, or as few homes as you need to.
There's a couple things there. You have in this market, you have to be cautious because things are moving so quickly. If this home has been on the market for a few months, okay, look at a handful. But if it just came on today and it's the first house you've seen, and you like it, there's chances are that it's going to be gone quick.
But
it's a tough thing right now.
The market has changed so much too. Society and the world have changed so much too with the information that's available to you as a buyer right now, how you can go onto a website and see all the homes, see all the interior pictures, see what else is available. You can literally do a search in your price range in your area. There might only be 4 homes for sale, and you might, rule out, well, this is a busy street, I don't like it, and this doesn't have a garage and I need one. And, so it might narrow it down for you. If that's the only home that you've seen and the only home that you've liked because that's the only home available to you that meets all of your criteria, then like Jim said, you might not want to let that opportunity pass. So there's not a right or wrong answer there. I wish there was. I wish I could tell everybody. We're looking at, the HGTV, right? We're going to look at these 3 houses. You're going to pick one for $1 million. There's going to be no bumps in the road. So, but real life isn't like that, of course. So you do what's right for you. If you've already seen the home, if you're already working with an agent, then reach out to them and express your interest. If you haven't, we'd love to work with you. Again, you can call us at 717-2689.
Or kellysold.com.
Okay.
Okay. Laura from Poland would like to know, what is a final walkthrough? My buyer is requesting one, and I never had one when I bought. Is it required?
Okay, so this is where a lot of weeks when we talk about things that are required, we refer you to go back to your contracts. So look at your purchase contract. If the buyer asked for one or requested one, or if it's in the verbiage on the purchase contract, you got to do what the contract says. And even if it's not in the contract, if you're in these final stages, this is a normal thing now. And I do want to tell you, 15 years ago, it wasn't so normal. People didn't always do a final walkthrough. Yeah. So it may not be contractually required, although it may be. And even if it's not contractually required, you don't want to appear that you're hiding anything. You don't want to keep the buyer from the house. It is a nice peace of mind for them.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of times, so you might not have done a final walkthrough before, but you might have went back in for measurements or something of that nature.
Sure.
Which is kind of very similar to an extent. I mean, people are just coming to check out the property, make sure like a wall didn't collapse or something like that. But, you've already gone through the home inspection and whatnot. They might want to verify that you did whatever you agreed about on the home inspection and things of that nature. So, make sense?
Yes. And I can tell you, I do work with a lot of sellers. So a lot of things that the sellers tell me that might be weighing on your mind a little bit is, maybe the house doesn't look so good right now. Maybe you're in boxes and you're kind of in shambles because you're in the process of moving. And a lot of times people are concerned about that. They're going to come through and they're going to think it doesn't look as good as it did when they saw it before, and they're going to get cold feet. From a buyer's mentality, that is not the case at all. The buyers love to see you in boxes. They know you are moving and they can get in there. So don't be afraid of that. And if something did happen, if in the time since they wrote the offer, if you got a hole in the wall, or if leaves clogged the gutters and the basement got a little bit wet or something, be upfront and honest about it. Let your buyer and your agent know and get it resolved so that you can go to closing.
Yeah, so, that's something you should let them know.
That's one of the things the buyers worry about, is that being something that you're hiding. So we wish you luck on that. And do we have any other questions this week, Jim?
Yeah, we do. But just to refer back to that one, if you're moving furniture and you put a hole in the wall or something, obviously try and fix it. But if it does happen, let them know, your agent know, and let the other agent know that, hey, we accidentally put a little hole in the wall. We're fixing it. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's not something that needs to be a deal breaker. So you don't need to be worried about it.
I remember when our 13-year-old was moving a bed and dropped it down the stairs and it hit the landing and put a big old hole in the wall.
I patched that myself.
Yeah, you did. That was good.
Kelly over here.
You can't even tell.
No,
it was awesome. All right. Last one this week. Lewis from Newcastle wrote, "Hi, I made an offer on a home in PA. Oh. Or I would have called you. Oh, that's nice. Well, you could call us anyhow. We know a ton of people over there and know really good agents in Pennsylvania. So
that's true.
If you are looking to buy or sell over there, call us because we can help you out.
Put you in touch with the right people.
Right. So I put in an offer on New Year's Eve. But we submit the offer on New Year's Eve and haven't heard anything yet. How long can the seller take to respond to my offer?"
Lewis, I'm going to answer you real quick because we're running short on time. And if we get to the end of the show, I'll just email you. But basically, whatever the contract says. So if you put on the contract that you want an answer in 24 hours or by 9 p.m. tomorrow or by next week, that's when your offer is open until. However, it's not a binding contract until it's signed by both parties. So just because you put that on there doesn't necessarily mean that they will respond to it because they haven't signed it. It's not a contract yet. So if you're still interested in the home and you want to leave the offer open longer, then just wait for an answer. You or your realtor or whoever's representing you should call and follow up and see what's taking so long. Sometimes if they're bank-owned homes or a corporation owns it, it may be just that New Year's Eve and then New Year's Day was closed. And so really we're only on the second business day since then. And sometimes those deals take a while. So I'll respond back to you directly too and get you a little bit more information on that. I want to thank everyone for tuning in this year. Happy New Year this week. Happy New Year.
Happy New Week.
We do have a couple more tips on buying and selling in the winter. We'd love to share those with you. If you're interested, give us a call or text at 717-2689. You can view all of our properties online 24/7 at kellysoldit.com. And please join us for open houses today. We have those listed in the Vindicator. Thanks for listening.
If you're thinking about selling your home, call the only agent to trust, Kelly Warren. Kelly guarantees to sell your home or she'll buy it. Call 330-717-2689 or go to kellysoldit.com. Join Kelly for Real Estate Radio every Sunday at 8 on 570 WKBN.